Hi everybody, welcome to our Friday afternoon evening quiz for quizzers quiz on our own website. Chickpeas Comfortably Dumb, David and Coleraine, Phoebe, Mac Jacks checking in with her Uncle Vincent, Shamrock Solitude, hey Martin, El Paso Duo, hey Marty, Martin and Drummagarner, Pete, Paul, Isabel, Vanessa. So that's on our website. Hey Bill, Noel, Desi, Paula, Maureen, Kevin, Rhonda, Francis, and other people I've missed on Facebook Live. And we're also on YouTube. Simultaneous live broadcasts via satellite. So you're all very welcome. How you all keeping with the ongoing madness? Are you all doing okay? So, if you haven't played before, you're especially welcome. We've been doing this. Hi Francis. We've been doing this now for almost 11 months next week. Would you believe that? 11 months. And we've made some progress during those 11 months. We've got multiple channels. You can donate to our charities. You can donate, hi Edwina, to this little project. And I thank you for your generous donations so far. You've been watching on social media as we've handed out two massive cheques to Northern Ireland Hospice and St Vincent de Paul. And I thank you on behalf of those organisations. And hi Jimmy, and on behalf of the kitchen team behind me, our full production team of me, thank you. And you can still donate to our charities because we're not stopping. Hi Tempire of the Sun, we ain't stopping. And tomorrow evening, our party quiz, we're doing some further pushing the boundaries. Stay tuned. Anyway, back to the matter in hand of your Friday afternoon, evening, wherever you are, your quizzy quiz for quizzers quiz. The rules are dead simple. Oh gosh. There we go. The rules are dead simple. No cheating, obviously, we know that. Lots of banter. You can engage on our live chat feed on Facebook Live, not my personal page, but Vincent's Kitchen Quiz, YouTube, and of course the very best seats in the house on our very own website, which is there. Those are the best seats. And no answers on the feed. That's it. So get your teams together. Hey Bargain Mad. Hey James. Shall I tell you what we've got lined up? We've got 4 rounds as usual. All famous. We don't do obscure stuff here. Everything's famous. Could be tricky, but it's famous. We've got 3 famous Kevins, 3 famous twins, 3 Spanish names, 3 famous parks, a full course, as it's Friday evening, a full course of connections. Yep, got a good round of connections this evening. 12 images, some sports stadia, plural, stadiums, 4 animals, Paddy, just for you, and, well, not just for you, but especially for you, and 4 rivers. And then your final round, 3 famous gangsters, 3 famous avenues, 3 famous musicals, and 3 sporting top 3s. A total whopper. Quizzy quiz for quizzers quiz. 50 points is your maximum at the end of each round. Tell us how well you're doing. Put your team names and your scores and how well you're doing. I've said that. Scores, how well you're doing, team names, where you're from, and the temperature. Yeah, that's important. The temperature is important. Yeah, that's basically it. And stay tuned for tomorrow evening and next weekend on St. Valentine's weekend. We've got a St. Valentine's. Aisling, good idea. Anyway, that's enough about next weekend. What about this weekend? And what about right now? You're very welcome. The Flipmeisters from Ireland. Hey, Heather, the Douglas clan are here. Fantastic. You okay? Comfortable? Pens, papers, crayons, scrap papers? Yeah, good. And your teammates? Good luck. 3 famous Kevins. Just thought it would have been a good Kevin question, but anyway, too late for that. Kevin Michael Rudd. Kevin Michael Rudd was Prime Minister of where from 2007 until 2013? Kevin Michael Rudd. The country, please, that he was Prime Minister of 07 until 2013 is your famous Kevin number 1. Kevin Michael Rudd. The Flickmeisters. Does that mean you're good at movies? Famous Kevin number 2. Which famous Kevin do you associate with Usual Suspects, Beyond the Sea, and House of Cards? Usual Suspects, Beyond the Sea, and House of Cards is your famous Kevin number 2. As I ease you in, as I always do, nice and gently. Hey Oren, hey Elaine, hey Elizabeth. Very welcome. Hey Vanessa. And you're quizzy trickier than first Kevin's 1 and 2. Famous Kevin number 3. Meaning Valley of the Two Lakes. Valley of the Two Lakes. A County Wicklow glacial valley, renowned for an early medieval monastic settlement founded by St. Kevin, is your famous Kevin, not so up to date Kevin, number 3. Valley of the Two Lakes, a County Wicklow glacial valley, renowned for an early medieval monastic settlement founded by St. Kevin. Now, where would that be? Valley of the Two Lakes, County Wicklow. Famous Kevin, tricky Kevin, number 3. Evening Joel, Crackerjack. Okay, there's your 3 Kevins, and at the end of each round you'll get a recap if you're late joiners. Don't worry. Deirdre, over the birthday party. Happy Friday, Deirdre. Famous twins, 4, 5 and 6. Famous twins. Famous twins, number 1. This is the 3rd astrological sign in the zodiac, somewhere between May 21 and June 21. If you're born in that period, you've got off to a good start. Represented by the twins, Castor and Pollux. Castor and Pollux, the 3rd zodiac sign, somewhere between end of May and end of June, is your famous twins, number 1. 3rd astrological sign, Castor and Pollux. Hey Sev. Famous twins, number 2. With which author do you associate the characters Tweedledee and Tweedledum? Is your famous twins, number 2. Tweedledee, Tweedledum. Author, please. Famous twins, number 2. Hey Michael, shout out Colum and Mary. Did I get that right? Is it Mary? Hey Colum and Mary. Evening Michael. Or afternoon, depending on where you are. Tweedledee and Tweedledum, the author. Famous twins, number 3. The Twin Cities. The Twin Cities. A US metropolitan area. You know what's coming. 2 points for the Twin Cities. The 2 cities that comprise the Twin Cities, this US metropolitan area. 2 points for famous twins, number 3. Happy birthday, Cora in the Thunderbroads. You got it, Martina. Happy birthday, Cora. Hi, Denise. So you got that third star of the, or third sign even of the zodiac, Castor and Pollux, Tweedledee, Tweedledum, the author, the twin cities, 1 point each for the two cities comprising the twin cities. Zipping through this night, yeah, everybody okay? Standard okay? Seven, 8 and 9. We do things, as you know, in bunches of 3. Don't know. Just thought it was a good idea. 3 famous Spanish names. 3 famous Spanish names. Buenas tardes, Deirdre. 3 famous Spanish names. The warm phase of ocean water. The warm phase of ocean water that develops in the central and east central equatorial Pacific is your famous Spanish names number 1. A warm phase of ocean water developing in the central and eastern central equatorial Pacific is your famous Spanish name number 1. Get that Pacific Spanish name? Warm phase of ocean water. Famous Spanish name number 2. Pay attention. One of my rather long-winded ones. A competitive equestrian sport. Okay, so it's a competitive equestrian sport that arose from working practices of cattle handling in Spain and Mexico. So horsey sport, working practices of cattle handling, Spain and Mexico, from the Spanish to go around. So from the Spanish to go around, give me this competitive equestrian sport that arose from the working practices of how you handle cattle in Spain and Mexico, from the Spanish to go around. Give me this Spanish name. Equestrian sport, number 2. Evening, Francesca. If you're good at Spanish, you'll find this a doddle. Equestrians. Working practices of cattle handling. Got it. Famous Spanish name number 3. Spanish for little fly. Spanish for little fly. By transmitting disease, this insect causes more deaths of people than any other animal group. There you go. There's something you've learned this evening. Spanish for little fly. By transmitting diseases, these insects cause more human deaths by any other animal group. Is your famous Spanish name little fly? Number 3. Okay, your final 3 coming up in round 1, 10, 11 and 12. So wish me luck with our breaking new production tomorrow evening. Final 3. 3 famous parks. Famous parks. Famous park number 1. Famous park number 1. This was the first national park of the US. Probably the world, but definitely the US. First national park. Famous for its wildlife and geothermal features, especially Old Faithful. Give me your famous national park number one. The oldest in the US, probably the world. Famous for its wildlife and geothermal features, especially Old Faithful is your famous park number one. Famous park number two. Located in New York City. This is the most celebrated of urban parks. The most celebrated of urban parks. And do you know the most filmed location in the world? Most filmed location in the world. The most celebrated of urban parks, New York City, is your famous park number two. And your final famous park, tricky park. You need the odd trickier one. £1 million? Maybe not, but it's good luck. An English country house estate, Bucks, short for Buckinghamshire. This was the principal centre of Allied code breaking in World War II. Is your famous park number three. English country estate, Buckinghamshire. Allied code breaking, World War II. Famous park number three. Tricky wee park there. Okay, let's recap on round one. So, we had your three famous Kevins. Kevin Michael Rudd, Prime Minister of where? 07 to 13. Which famous Kevin do you associate with Usual Suspects, Beyond the Sea and House of Cards, meaning Valley of the Two Lakes, a County Wicklow glacial valley renowned for an early medieval monastic settlement. Founded by St. Kevin, your famous twins, the third astrological sign in the zodiac, somewhere around May 21 to June 21, represented by the twins Castor and Pollux. With which author even, do you associate the characters Tweedledee and Tweedledum? The Twin Cities, this US metropolitan area. I'm looking for the two cities that make up the Twin Cities for 2 points there. Famous Spanish names. The warm phase of ocean water that develops in the central and east central equatorial Pacific, your competitive equestrian sport, practices of cattle handling or origins in Spain and Mexico from the Spanish to go around, and Spanish for little fly, causing more deaths of people than any other animal group. The first national park of the US, maybe even the world, Old Faithful, geothermal feature, New York's urban park, the most filmed location in the world, and your tricky, Allied code-breaking English country house in World War II in Bucks. So tidy that up, 13 points available, because there were two Twin Cities. So tidy that up at 16 minutes after the hour. How did you get on? Well, shall we find out? Good luck. And at the end of each round, team names, how well you're doing, where you're from, temperature. That's optional. Okay, here's your answers. Kevin Rudd, Australia. Kevin Spacey, House of Cards. Bobby Darin, Beyond the Sea and the Usual Suspects. Glendalough, did you get? County Wicklow's monastic settlement in Glendalough. Gemini, Castor Pollux. Alice's Lewis Carroll. Minneapolis, St. Paul. Did you get the Twin Cities? El Nino is your Spanish name. Pacific Ocean current. Rodeo is your Spanish name for go around competitive equestrian sport. Mosquito is your little fly. Yellowstone National Park, Central Park in New York, and well done if you figured out Bletchley Park, all things enigma and code breaking. 13 points available in round 1. Good scoring, Bargain Mad 11, Claire 13, Kaiser's Crew 13, Lockdown Haircuts 13, Comfortably Dumb on 13, Thunderbroads Cora 13, Chickpeas 13, Sandbaggers 12, Fins Fools 13. Keep posting your team names, scores. Well done, James on 10, Carnegie Collective on 11, Martin on 12. Well done, Shet on 10, Captain Morgan, no other team name will do, on 10, Home Aloners on 12, Houston No Problem 13, El Paso Geo right up your street, Marty with Glendalough, Deirdre on 13, Shamrock Solitude on 13, Paul 10, David 9, Frogs 10, Donnelly's 13, Isabel 9. Is that the score or the temperature? Only kidding. Keep the scores flooding in. Empire Strikes Back on 11. Florida 57 degrees. Well done down in Florida. 11 was the score. Hey Bernie. Okay, round 2. Keep the scores coming in. Hi Arthur in Bath. By the way, it's the taking part that counts. Stellars 12. Thanks Bernie. Keep them coming in. Okay, round 2. For those of you who are stalwarts, regulars, many of you are, I thank you for that. Round 2 is a full course of connections. Thunderbroads, Sunny DC, maxing out. Okay, full course of connections. You get 3 bits of information, you join the dots, and you figure out what connects. Welcome to Connections. What connects? 12 of them. It's warm in Antrim in front of the fire. Bill, oops, I mean 75 degrees. You on the Vino Blanco already, Bill? Hi, Kieran. What connects? What connects? I believe in Father Christmas, Tchaikovsky, and a Walter Scott poem. I told you they're random out there. A Walter Scott poem, Tchaikovsky, and I believe in Father Christmas is your what connects? Number 1. Isabel, 70. Thank you for doing the conversion. 21 Celsius centigrade and sunny. Hi, Isabel. A bit of vitamin D would be nice. I'm not jealous. I believe in Father Christmas, Tchaikovsky, and a Walter Scott poem is your what connects. Number 1. Rome, sunny and 17 right now. Thanks, Cora. Connection number 2. What connects? A classic English actor. Think North by Northwest, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. With a building craftsman, with a member of a fraternal organisation. So, what connects? A member of a fraternal organisation, a building craftsman, and a classic English actor. Think 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea and Hitchcock's North by Northwest is your what connects. Number 2. Hassan's doing well in round 1. Good steady start, the Hassans. So you got your classic English actor, North by Northwest, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, building craftsman? What connects those with a member of a fraternal organisation? What connects number 3? What connects a kitchen stove? Yep, kitchen stove. With a golfer's practice area. With a shooting controlled environment. What connects number 3? A shooting controlled environment, a golfer's practice area, and your kitchen stove is what connects number 3. Connection number 4. We'll do them in order. What connects number 4? What connects an IBM supercomputer with Sherlock Holmes with the US Masters victor in 2012 and 14? So the US Masters winner, 12 and 14, Sherlock Holmes, and your IBM supercomputer is what connects number 4. Well done, fantastic. Number 5. What connects a type of debt security with the attraction of atoms, ions, or molecules to form a chemical compound with a British secret agent? So what connects your British secret agent with the attraction of atoms, ions, or molecules to form a chemical compound with a type of debt security is what connects number 5. Okay. Going too quickly, or are you okay? Number 6. What connects? What connects a 1994 Keanu Reeves movie, 1994, with an amphetamine, with a former Welsh footballer and national team manager? That won't help you, Bill. A former Welsh footballer and team manager with an amphetamine with a 1994 Keanu Reeves movie is what connects. 6. Amphetamine. 94 Keanu Reeves. Welsh footballer. Number 6. Doing good. 7. What connects number 7? What connects The Last of the Mohicans, The Big Bang Theory, and a wooden cask? A wooden cask, Big Bang Theory, and The Last of the Mohicans is your connection number 7. Connection number 8. What connects a 1985 Steven Spielberg movie with Prince, with Violet. Violet, Prince, and your 1985 Spielberg movie is your What Connects number, lost count, 8. I should write numbers beside these from now on. That was number 8. There we go. Written the numbers beside them. Okay, last of the Mohicans, Big Bang Theory and your Wooden Cask was number 7. Number 8, your 1985 Steven Spielberg movie, Prince and Violet. Number 9. What connects a Q sport, C-U-E, a Q sport, with swimming, with poker? Poker, swimming, and a Q sport is your What connects number 9. Number 10. What connects a chain of betting shops, an underwater ecosystem, and Nemo's biological mother? What connects Nemo's biological mother with your chain of betting shops, with your underwater ecosystem is your What connects number 10. And your penultimate but one connection, number 11. Excuse me, what connects number 11? What connects a small house with Fulham Football Club with a cheese curd? Cheese curd, Fulham Football Club, and your small house is your What connects number 11. Fulham FC. Definitely won't help you, Bill. Cheese curd. Might. A small house, mate. What connects number 11. And your final What connects number 12. What connects Cheryl and Ann Tweedy, a nursery rhyme, and an American musical composer, think Broadway. American musical composer, think Broadway, Cheryl and Tweedy with your nursery rhyme is your What connects number 12. Okay, so let's put those connections up in writing, and I'll leave those with you for a few moments so you get every opportunity to just check how you're doing. Connections. So there's your 12 connections that I'll leave with you for a few moments while you tidy up round 2. And I'll be... It's warm beside the fire in the mighty glen. Yes, Simon. Okay, I'm glad you're all nice and toasty. Some of you artificially toasty, unlike Bill and Isabel, who are getting the real McCoy. Jammy so-and-sos. Okay, so 12 connections. I'll leave those with you for a few moments, and then I'll be back to you. Okay, so how'd you get on? How do you feel you did? Comfortable enough? Well, let's see, shall we? 12 potential points in your full course of connections, round number 2, leading us up to the commercial break. Okay, so there's your connection answers. Greg Lake, as I believe in Father Christmas, Swan Lake, Tchaikovsky, Sir Walter Scott, Lady of the Lake, Lake, James Mason, Mason, North by Northwest, as in the Masons, as in your building craftsmen, your shooting range, your golfing range, your kitchen range. Watson, your computer from IBM, who beat the chess player, Sherlock Holmes, and Bubba Watson. James Bond, Bond as in debt, Bond as in chemical compound. Speed as in RIP Gary Speed, as in the movie, as in the amphetamine. Sheldon Cooper, James Fenimore Cooper, Cooper as in wood casket barrels. Colour purple, purple rain, purple. Pull by 3, straightforward I think. Coral, Nemo's biological mother and your underwater ecosystem. And your chain of betting shops. Your cottage cheese, your Craven Cottage, your small house, and Old King Cole, Cole Porter, and Cheryl Cole. We're looking for Cole. So out of 25, keep posting those scores. Some magnificent scores so far. A couple of teams maxing out. Kaiser's Crew, comfortably dumb. Houston, no problem. Deirdre, 25. Did I say Kaiser's Crew? Finsfuls, maxing out. Thunderbroad's got 12 out of 12 there. So keep posting your team names, your scores, and if the temperature has changed. Awesome scoring, guys. Donnelly's, Newbridge, Buckingham. Gosh, Beck, that flipping Enigma was right up your street in Bucks. And Macrofelt. No national park in Macrofelt, outside of Sloughneel. Okay, so there's your Phoebe. Awesome scoring all round, guys. Fantastic. Still 75 degrees. The bunch of amateurs. Well done, guys. Hassan family, Simon, you're doing great. Round 2, connections. Captain Morgan's. Be careful, don't spill any Derek. Round 3 are your picture round. And tomorrow evening, we hope to take this to the next level. You'll be thinking about me, because it will, game changer. But anyway, this evening, 12 images. We start with 4 sports. Well done, Francis, Claire. 4 sports stadia from the image, or stadiums. I think you can do either. Anyway, identify the sporting venues from these 4 images, or your first 4 of 12. Good luck. Sporting venue number 1. Sporting venue number 2. Where's this? Sporting venue. Where's this? Number 3. Sporting venue, stadium. Number 4. Where's this? So after sports stadia, 4 rivers. Name the rivers. 5, 6, 7, and 8, respectively. 4 rivers. River number 1. Where's this? River, remember, river number 2. It's the river I'm after. River 3. River. And your final river, number 4. The river. Final 4. 4 animals. Couple are straightforward. Be specific, please. 4 animals. Number 1. Number 2. The bird. Specific. The bird. And your final two animals, penultimate one. And your final animal, number 4. Final caption 12. Okay, very quick fly through your 4 sporting locations or stadiums. Number 1. 2. 3. 4. 4 rivers. Rivers. 'And then your 4 animals. Be specific. Image round. How did you get on out of 12 as we approach the final 4th round of our quizzy quiz for quizzers quiz? Thank you for continuing to tune in. And here's your answers to round 3. 12 points. That would give you a cumulative thus far of 37. So your sporting venues, locations, stadiums. We had Wimbledon. We had Lord's Cricket Ground. Did you figure out Dublin's Croke Park, headquarters of the GAA? Did you get Camp Nou in Barca? The Thames River, the Colorado River, the Niagara and the Hudson. That was a coyote. The peregrine falcon. Of course you knew it was a rhinoceros and a chipmunk were your 12 correct answers. So let us all know on the live chat out of 37 how you're getting on as we go into our final round. And if you're just playing along and you're not putting up your answers or your scores, that's okay too. Okay too. Star Wars character. Okay. Just tidy up your scores. Let us know therefore how you're getting on. And Paddy 35 comfortably done. El Paso Duo maxing out on 37. Shane Manley on 31. Cahiz and Nadal on 34. Claire MacJack scoring superbly on 36. Promo tomorrow evening. Party quiz. Party quiz is quizzy, but more entertainmenty with TV, movies, definitely tunes, definitely fastest finger after party. And tomorrow evening we're pushing the boundaries with some new innovation. I've said it, I have to deliver now. So keep supporting this project. You can keep, well done Paul, Pete, Donnelly's, Martin, Joanne, Sam Baggers, Barkin' Mad, Carnegie Collective, Deirdre, Simon, Derek, great scoring, and the Eurowalls on 32, and the Douglas Clan on 34, McLachlan's on 35, Francis 29. Where was I? Fantastic on 36. Yeah. So on our website, you can get all of our archived quizzes, every single one of them. You can donate to our charities, and if you like this project, you can throw a couple of shekels into the basket for this and or continued if you like it, if you like the direction we're moving in. And tomorrow evening, and we have plans. Well done, Frogs, on 32. Fantastic. 36 is a fantastic score from Fantastic. Your final round. Thanks for tuning in as always. Kaiser's Crew. Well done, Deborah, on 34. Billy, awesome scoring on 32. Your final round. We have 13 points available in your last round. We start with some famous gangsters. Famous gangsters. Famous gangsters number 1. 2 points. Famous gangsters number 1. Quite simply, 1 point each for the names of the Cray twins. 1 point each. The Cray twins. They're your famous gangsters number 1. Chickpeas on 34. Vanessa maxing out 37. Fantastic. Simon closely behind the mighty Glenullen. Derek, good scoring. James at the Eurowalls, good scoring. And Tempire Strikes Back. Anna, well done on 30. Like the way you do the brackets, Anna. It's very thoughtful. Round score and then cumulative in brackets. Very tidy. Famous gangster question number 2. Tony Montana and Al Capone. Your common name, please. Tony Montana and Al Capone. Your common name. Get into hot water over this. Early days of Vincent's Kitchen Quiz. Not intentionally, but accidentally. Kaiser's Crew on 34. Tony Montana and Al Capone. The common name. Famous gangster number 2. Famous gangster number 3. Who's portrayed in the crime book, Wise Guy, Life in the Mafia, and then again portrayed in Scorsese's wonderful, critically acclaimed Goodfellas? Yeah. Who's portrayed in the crime book, Wise Guy, Life in the Mafia, and then again portrayed in Scorsese's wonderful, acclaimed Goodfellas? The real life gangster number 3. Wise Guy, Life in the Mafia, and Scorsese's Goodfellas. Evening, Paul Cormack. Hello, Brian. Just taking a peek. So there's your 3 famous gangsters, but because we were looking for the Cray twins, there was 2 points there. So there's 4 points in your 3 famous gangsters. After famous gangsters, we do 3 famous avenues. 3 famous avenues. Famous avenue number 1. Length 1.9 kilometres, connecting Place de la Concorde and Place Charles de Gaulle. Is your famous avenue at 1.9 kilometres long, connecting Place de la Concorde and Place Charles de Gaulle? Is your famous avenue number 1? Spelling, like rhinoceros. I'll let you correct your own spelling. Is your famous avenue number 1? Place de la Concorde, connecting it with Place Charles de Gaulle. Famous avenue number 2. Expensive, elegant. A street from Washington Square Park in Greenwich Village to West 143 3rd Street in Harlem. Give me this expensive and elegant street connecting Washington Square Park in Greenwich to West 143rd Street in Harlem. Is your famous avenue number 2? Well done, Harry Book. And your famous avenue number 3. Quite simply, you had a bit of Barcelona in the picture round. Barcelona's most famous street is your famous avenue, number 3. Barcelona's most famous street, down the hill from the Camp Nou. Barcelona's most famous street is your famous avenue, number 3. Six to go, guys. We're doing good. There's your famous gangsters. We'll pop them up again at the end of the round, and your famous avenues will do likewise. 7, 8 and 9, 3 famous musicals from the descriptions. 3 famous musicals from the respective descriptions. Musical number 1. A 1957 Broadway production, quite simply, The Sharks and the Jets, is your famous musical 1957 production, The Sharks and the Jets. Famous musical number 1. Yes, Derek, that truly international avenue from Place de Bandstand, the Bank of Ireland, to Place de Stevenson Wilson is your famous avenue number 4. Famous musical number 2. A 1966 adaptation of a semi-autobiographical novel, Goodbye to Berlin, by Christopher Isherwood, written in 1938. Give me your famous musical number 2. It's a 1966 adaptation of a semi-autobiographical work, Goodbye to Berlin, by Christopher Isherwood, written in 1938. Famous musical number 2, Goodbye to Berlin. Famous musical number 3. Famous musical number 3. Made in 1975. Description: a young engaged couple whose car breaks down in the rain near a castle where they seek a telephone to call for help is your description of your 1975 famous musical, where a young engaged couple whose car breaks down in the rain near a castle where they seek a telephone to seek some help. What happens next is your famous musical number 3. Hey, Jacqueline, Patricia, Mark, very welcome. Hang around. There's your 3 famous musicals. Your 57 Broadway production, The Sharks and the Jets. Your 66 adaptation of your semi-autobiographical novel, Goodbye to Berlin. Cypress Avenue would have been a good one, Reese. That would have been a clever one. And your 75, where was I? Did I do Goodbye to Berlin? Recap, 66. And your young engaged couple whose car breaks down in the rain, your 75 famous musical. We finished tonight with a bang. 3 sporting famous thirds. 3 famous sporting thirds. Famous top 3s. These will test you. But you're smart. Quizzers. Okay, sporting top 3s. I give you number 1 and number 2 respectively. You give me number 3 in your sporting top 3s. Sporting top 3s famous. Number 1. Top 3 ladies singles titles in Grand Slams. Number 1. Do you know this? Number 1 most successful lady in terms of Grand Slam titles is Margaret Court. Australia's Margaret Court. Serena Williams, US, is number 2. Who's number 3 in terms of Electric Avenue? Do you know what, Marty? I was actually going to, I wasn't going to sing it, but I was going to ask about Eddie Grant's Electric Avenue. Do you know what Electric Avenue is about, Marty, is the question. Anyway, let's stay focused on most successful ladies singles champions in terms of Grand Slam titles. Give you Margaret Court, give you Serena Williams, 1 and 2. Who's number 3? While Marty's figuring out where Electric Avenue is. Margaret Court, Serena Williams. Who could be the 3rd most successful ladies tennis player in terms of Grand Slam successes? Good luck. Okay. Sideways move. Tennis. Football. Soccer. FIFA. Top 3 World Cup scorers. That's the tournaments, not the qualifiers. Top 3 World Cup goal scorers individually. Overall tournaments are number 1, Miroslav Klose. Ronaldo, the real one, R9, Brazilian, Ronaldo. Who's number 3? Sorry, I do think Cristiano's good. But I think this one was better. Anyway, Miroslav Klose, top goal scorer ever in World Cup final tournaments. Number 2. You got number 2, Ronaldo. Who's number 3? The first market street to be lit by electricity? Have to be, it may have been, but it's a London location, is Electric Avenue. London. Had a bit of bother there in the 1980s. Eddie Grant, think about it. Eddie Grant, bother, 1980s. Anyway, you need to stay focused on your number 3s. Miroslav Klose, Ronaldo, R9 version. Who's the 3rd top goal scorer in World Cup tournaments? That is history. And your final, Derek Greer, Brixton, on the buzzer. Well done. Tour de France. Tour de France overall victories by nation. Tour de France overall victories by nation from 1903 right up until 2019. Most successful nation in terms of Tour de France wins, France. Number 2, Belgium. Think Eddie Merckx. Who's the 3rd most successful nation in terms of Tour de France successes? Is your famous sporting top 3, number 3. Number 3. Brixton. Well done, Derek, and supported by Marty. Okay. Well done, guys. Let's get your recap on your final round. 50 points up for grabs. Aggregate, cumulative. Your gangsters. The names of the Cray twins, Tony Montana and Al Capone, common name, whose life story was documented in the true crime book Wise Guy, Life in a Mafia Family, and then in Scorsese's Goodfellas, your famous avenues, 1.9 kilometres between Place de la Concorde and Place Charles de Gaulle in Paris. Expensive and elegant, the street stretching from Washington Square Park in Greenwich Village to West 143rd Street in Harlem. Barcelona's most famous street, There's your 3 avenues. Famous musicals. 57, The Sharks, The Jets. Mid-60s, the adaptation of Goodbye to Berlin. And your young engaged couple in 75 whose car breaks down. Number 3, your sporting number 3s. After Margaret Court and Serena Williams, who's the 3rd most successful ladies tennis player in terms of Grand Slam singles titles? I give you 2. The top 2 FIFA World Cup tournament goals. Germany's Miroslav Klose and Brazil's Ronaldo, who's number 3. And I give you France and Belgium as the 2 most successful Tour de France nations in terms of representatives. Who's the 3rd most successful Tour de France country? 50 points available in your Quizzy Quiz for Quizzers Quiz. Thank you for tuning in. A couple of special requests. On our website, you can donate. On Facebook, I encourage you to like and share. On YouTube, even though I'm asking you to watch now on the website, just go and subscribe. We're up to 545. I need us to get to 1,000. It's a click of a button, and I do this for free. Just click the YouTube subscribe button. Nothing will happen. Your phone or your device will not self-destruct. You will not be debited any money, but you will help our project. There's my pitch for YouTube subscriptions. And if you do want to donate, you can do it on the website. And tomorrow evening, same time, same place, your place. We have our party quiz, which is quizzy, but entertainmenty and musicy and fastest fingery. On our after party, fill your boots with nostalgia and tunes. Thank you, anybody who's now, yeah, Boise, thank you. Thanks, you Boise, who's already subscribed. Instant. Love it. Your answers to your final round. Good luck, guys. How did you get on your avenues and your gangsters? Of course, you got Ronnie and Reggie Cray. Scarface. Did you get Henry Hill from Goodfellas and Wise Guy, Life in a Mafia Family? The Champs-Élysées, Fifth Avenue, La Rambla. West Side Story, Cabaret, and Rocky Horror Picture Show were your 3 famous musicals. Did you figure out that these were tricky? Steffi Graf, but they're good debates. Steffi Graf was the 3rd most successful ladies Grand Slam singles person. Gerd Müller is top goal scorer at World Cups number 3. And Spain, after France and Belgique, is the 3rd most successful Tour de France country. Thanks, Billy. Interesting and good fun. What more could a quizmaster ask for? It's hard to make quizzes interesting and fun. It's hard. You see what I'm going to do? I shouldn't say anything. I'm optimistic. I'm cautiously optimistic about pushing the boundaries tomorrow night. So spread the gospel. Spread the news. Like, share, invite. This is a way that people can engage with their friends, their families that they cannot see. This is a way to laugh at somebody. Me. Take it easy, guys. Enjoy your weekend. Keep those scores coming in. Bargain Mad, 48.5. Home Aloners, 42. Kaiser's Crew, 45. Lockdown Haircuts, 47. Comfortably Dumb, 48. Some great tunes tomorrow night, Paddy. Sandbaggers, 46. Mac Jacks Claire, 46. Cahies and the Doll, 45. Edwina Finsfull's 47. Hey Jimmy Eurowalls on 42. Hey James Carnegie Collective 43. Shea Manley on 40. Martin on 42. Per last round, El Paso Do. You cannot be brilliant. You dropped it. Well, those sporty ones were tricky. Jeremy, you're welcome. Chickpeas 43. Well done, David 39. Francis 39. Keep the scores flooding in. Shamrock Solitude, superb scoring on 48. Houston, no problem. No problem to you, 49. But the reason it was called Electric Avenue was because it was the first part of London to get electric lights. Thank you, Danielle, Virginia, Dan. Thank you. 46 for the Donnellys. Fantastic. 49, superb scoring. Paul, great. Thank you. 43. Captain Morgan. Just behind Anne Deirdre on 46. And Heather, you're welcome. You're welcome. In fact, you're all welcome. Like, share, subscribe, donate if you want. No pressure. And just spread the good news about our little community where we can hang out. And hey, Margaret, and tomorrow evening, I better name that tune after some interesting developments. Enjoy your weekend. Thunder Broads 45. Look after yourselves and each other. 46 for the Donnellys. Take care of each other. And this is a little safe haven where we can look out for one another here. So take care. Bless you all. Enjoy your weekend. I'll see you soon.